and welcome to the Morning Exhale. I'm Stephanie Gaines-Bryant. Let's begin exhaling this morning. We're going to talk about mindfulness. The definition of mindfulness is paying attention on purpose, paying attention to your body, to your thoughts, staying in the moment, not living in the past or living in the future, but staying in the present moment. So let's begin our mindfulness exercise today. Your hands on your knees, shoulders relaxed, draw your navel in towards your spine, and we're just going to begin by connecting with your breath. Nice, deep, full breaths. Notice how the breath enters your nostrils, going down your throat. Notice the expansion of your lungs. Pause. Then exhale. Release. Inhale. Notice how the breath fills your shoulder blades, your collarbones. Pause. Then exhale. Release. As you continue breathing in and out, let's take a brief scan of your body. I want you to notice how you're feeling, physically and emotionally. Let's notice different sensations in your body. How do your hands feel against your knees? How do your sits bones feel against your mat? Noticing how you're feeling. Notice the temperature of your body. Do your toes feel cool or warm? Do your hands feel cool or warm? Just notice. Taking a brief scan. Noticing your body. Notice your thoughts. Acknowledge them, but notice without judgment. Then on your next exhale, gently lower your chin down to your chest, noticing the stretch in the back of your neck. Then inhale your head up and back. Allow your jaw to drop, noticing the stretch in the front of your neck. Then exhale once more, chin to chest. This time, rotate your right ear to your right shoulder, pressing down on your left knee. Notice the feel of stretch on the left side of your neck. Roll your head back to center. Rotate your left ear to your left shoulder. This time, gently press down on your right knee. Noticing the stretch on the right side of your neck. Roll your head back to center. Then inhale your head up. Let's make some circles with your torso. You're bringing movement to the hips and the spine. Just setting my watch this morning. Pause and circle in the other direction. So let's stretch your arms out to the side. Press your right hand into the floor. Lift your left arm up and overhead. Then exhale, release. Let's do the other side, lifting up and overhead. Exhale, release. Let's inhale your arms up, bringing your fingertips together. Then let's exhale down with a hum. Inhale up. Fingertips come together. Exhale with a hum. Let's do that one more time. Inhale up, fingertips come together. Exhale with a hum. Now let's stretch our legs out. I've been sitting on top of my blanket. I'm going to put that blanket to the side now. Let's stretch your legs out. Bring your hands behind you, pressing out with your heels. Point your toes, heels, toes. Come back to heels. Lift up your right leg. Just circle your foot. Pause. Circle in the other direction. Now we're going to take your right leg. Bring it across the left leg. Lengthen up. Hinge forward. And you're touching either your shin, ankle, or toes. Let your head relax. Breathe. Inhale, sitting up. We're going to uncross to the other side. Lift up your legs. Circle your foot. Pause. Circle in the other direction. Now we're taking your left leg. Bring it across the right leg. Lengthen up. Hinge forward. Touching either your shins, ankles, or toes. Breathe. Notice any sensations in your lower back, maybe in the back of your legs. Inhale, sitting up. We're going to uncross. Let's come to all fours for table pose. Now, one of the major complaints I get from my yoga students is knee pain. So if you need a little something for your knees, if you need to put a blanket under your knees, if you have a special pad for your knees, please feel free to get it. We're in table pose, getting ready to come into cat and cow. Let's round your back, chin to chest. Drop your tailbone for cat. Inhale your head up. Just look straight ahead. Drop your abdomen down. Lift your tailbone for cow. So let's do a couple of cat and cows at your own pace, moving in a way that feels good to your spine. Come to a neutral spine. Let's stretch your right leg out behind you. Your toes are curled under, and you're just moving forward and back. Bring your knee back into place. Let's do the other side. Stretching your left leg out behind you, moving forward and back. Bring your knee back into place. Let's take your right arm, sweep it out to the side. Exhale, thread the needle under. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, thread the needle under. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, thread the needle under. We're going to bring your right shoulder all the way down to the mat. Stretch your left arm out in front of you. Let's use your hand to press you back up to table pose. And let's do the other side. Sweeping your arm out to the side. Thread the needle under. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, thread the needle under. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, thread the needle under. Bring your shoulder down to the mat. Stretching your other arm out in front of you. Use your left hand to press you back up into table pose. We're going to grab your blocks now. Make sure you have your blocks and a blanket available if you need them. So let's begin. We're going to take your right foot, bring it in between the blocks or in between your hands. We're going to come into seesaws. We're moving your knee forward, then back, forward, then back, forward, then back. Bring your knee to a neutral position. Inhale both arms up to V position. Then exhale, release your hands down. We're going to slide your right foot back. Let's bring your left foot in between your hands or the blocks, coming into seesaws. Bring your knee forward, then back, forward, then back, forward, then back. Bring your knee to a neutral position. Inhale both arms up to V position. Exhale, release your hands back down to the blocks. Curl your back toes under, lift up your knee. Step your back foot forward. Then we're going to use your fingers to grab onto either your big toes or your ankles, and we're just going to sway right and left. Come to stillness, stretch your arms out. Inhale all the way up, palms together. Exhale, down to your heart center. Soft knees, stretch your arms out. Inhale all the way up, palms together. Exhale, down to your heart center. Soft knees, stretch your arms out. Inhale all the way up. We're coming into mountain pose. Your palms are facing one another. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your feet are firmly grounded to the floor. Breathe. Then let's bring your palms together. Exhale, down to your heart center. Very good. We're going to stretch your legs out. We're coming into a wider stance. Separate your legs. And then we're going to pivot your right foot forward, bend into your knee, square your hips to the side, stretch your arms out to the side. We're looking over your right fingers. Let's straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, and bend. The next time your leg is straight, we're going to rotate your arms into triangle pose. Let's take your left hand, bring it down to meet the right hand, lifting up your right arm for revolving triangle. Exhale, release. Inhale, lifting up your left arm. Bring your torso back to center. Bend into your front knee. Drop your back arm down. Lift your top arm up for reverse warrior. Come back to side warrior pose. Straighten out your front leg. Pivot forward. Release your arms down. Let's move to the other side, bending into your left knee. And you can bring that back toe in just a half inch or so. Square your hips to the side. Stretch your arms out to the side, looking over your fingertips. Let's straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, and bend. The next time your leg is straight, we're going to rotate your arms for triangle pose. Then we're going to take your right hand, bring it down to the left hand, lifting up your left arm for revolving triangle. Exhale, release. Inhale, lifting up your right arm. Bring your torso back to center. Bend into your front knee. Drop your back arm down. Lift your top arm up for reverse warrior. Come back to side warrior pose. Then I want you to bring your hands back down to the blocks. You're framing your left foot. Let's straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, and bend. Then we're going to switch, stepping back the left leg. Let's straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, and bend. Let's lower your left knee down, uncurl your toes, sliding your foot back, and then we're going to swing around, coming into a seated position. Let's move your blocks to the side for right now. And we're going to bring the soles of your feet to the floor. Hands come underneath your thighs. Lift your chest, lean back, coming into upward boat. Then let's roll on down to your back. Press your heels to the ceiling. Reach your fingers towards your big toes for dead bug. Let's bend your knees. Let's take your index fingers. We're going to hook your big toes. Bring your elbows into your knees. We're going to rock back and forth for happy baby pose. When was the last time that you were a happy baby? So we're just rocking back and forth for happy baby pose, as if you're giving your lower back a little bit of a massage. Very good. Release your fingers from your big toes. Draw your knees into your chest. Stretch your arms out to the side. Let's lower your knees to the left as you turn your head to the right. Then bring your knees back to center. Lower down to the other side, turning your head in the opposite direction. Then bring your knees back to center. Let's lower down to the left, center, then to the right, center. Let's bring the soles of your feet to the floor. Your arms come down by your side. You can step your heels in just a ½ inch or so closer to your backside. With your arms down by your side, on an inhale, scoop up your hips. Exhale, release your hips down. Inhale, scoop up your hips. Exhale, release your hips down. Inhale, scoop up your hips. Exhale, release your hips down. Let's add some arms to it. On an inhale, lift up your arms, lift up your hips. Exhale, release your arms, release your hips. Inhale, lift up your arms, lift up your hips. Exhale, release your arms, release your hips. One more time. Inhale, lift up your arms, lift up your hips. This time, can you squeeze your buns together and lift your hips just a little bit higher? Gently lower your hips back down to the mat. Keep your arms up and overhead. We're going to stretch both legs out. Let's roll over onto your right side. And we're going to use your top hand to press you into a more upright position. Draw your knees into your chest. Let's take your top hand and grip your hip. We're going to lift and lower your knee for clamshells. Very good. Now let's take your top hand, bring it to the top of your foot. Draw your heel in towards your backside. Lift your chest. Arch your back. Now let's lower that knee inside the other knee. Release your hand from your foot. Bring your body around into a low twist. Then we're going to flip over onto your belly. Bring your palms next to your chest. Elbows are hugged in like chicken wings. Your big toes touch. Press into your palms, lifting up your chest. Lift up your head for cobra. Then gently release, letting your body melt down onto the mat. And let's wiggle your hips a little bit, right and left. Pressing into your palms, lifting all the way up to upward dog. Then we're going to push back into child's pose. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Let's come back to table pose. We're swinging around, coming into a seated position. This time, we're stretching your left arm or your left forearm all the way down, stacking your hips. One knee comes on top of the other. Use your hand to grip your hip, and we're lifting and lowering your top knee for clamshells. Let's use your top hand to hold on to the top of your foot. Draw your heel in towards your backside. Lift your chest, arch your back, breathe. Lower your knee inside the other knee. Release your hand from your foot. Bring your body around into a low twist. Let's flip over onto your belly. Bring your palms next to your chest once more, getting ready to come into upward dog, pressing into your palms, coming into upward dog. Press into your knees, pushing back into child's pose. Then let's inhale, moving forward into upward dog. Exhale, pressing back into child's pose. Inhale, moving forward into upward dog. One more time. Exhale, pressing back into child's pose. Inhale, coming up into table pose. We're going to swing around, coming into a seated position. This time you're bringing your legs into Sukhasana with your ankles crossed. Let's inhale your shoulders forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale your shoulders forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Let's close your eyes now and go back inside where we started. Taking in a nice full breath. Pause. Then exhale. Release. Inhale. Pause. Then exhale. Release. Once more, inhale. Pause. Then exhale. Release. I'd like you to return to your natural breath, your natural breathing pattern. But let's focus on being mindful of how your body feels after the practice, after the movement. Notice any sensations in your body. Notice what you're feeling physically and mentally. Notice your thoughts as they move in and out. But always notice without judgment. As your breath flows in and out. Notice what you hear around you. What do you hear besides my voice? Are there any sounds around you in the immediate area of wherever you are? Just notice. Do you notice any sounds outside of the room you're in? Noticing sounds outside of where you are. Now bring your awareness back into the room you're in. We're going to focus on a word today. Imagine if you could fill up from the soles of your feet all the way to the crown of your head with the word hope. Eyes closed, imagine what it would feel like to fill up from the soles of your feet to the crown of your head, filling up with hope. Notice where you feel that hope the most. You may feel it in your chest, you may feel it in your abdomen, your feet. Notice where hope lands in your body. Just notice. And as you exhale, you're holding on to that hope, but you're letting go of the worries and concerns of the day. Letting it all go as you squeeze empty. Now let's bring your awareness back to your room, back to wherever you are. Noticing how you feel. Stretch your arms out. Inhale all the way up. Palms together. Let's all exhale with a sigh. Sighing is such a release. It's so good for you. Stretch your arms out. Inhale all the way up like you're inhaling all of the positive energy in the room. Palms together. Let's exhale with a sigh. May the light in me see the light in each and every one of you. I'm Stephanie Gaines-Bryant. You've been watching The Morning Exhale. Thank you for exhaling with me this morning. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day.